Hey, I'm Ron Cambra Speed Shop here at Orange. And I never thought I would be here saying this, is that being honored with Builder of the Year for the Grand National Roadster Show. Growing up as a kid at the Oakland Coliseum, I would have never thought 50 years later, or whatever it is, years later, here I am, a Builder of the Year for the Grand National Roadster Show. So that means a lot to me. It's not about me. I don't feel like I'm honored. I feel like we are honored here as a shop. And that's one of the things I want to make sure that everybody knows, that it wouldn't happen. With me, there's no way in the world that I can build this car myself. One of the things that I think is the reason we're here today is because of our customers. Our customers allowed us to be able to build these quality vehicles. We've met some wonderful and great people throughout the many years we've been doing this now that are become our friend. I think that's what drives me, is the customer base that we have. They come in and we joke about a lot of things, and even sometimes on their own cars, you know, and that's what makes it fun for me.
It's just fun, and it's something different every day, basically. And we got a good crew here now. It's a good crew to work with. Everybody gets along great. There's no drama. There's no BS. It's just a good crew to work with, and we get to do fun projects. That's all. It's still fun. Like I always told Ron, I'll be here till it's not fun anymore. When it's not fun, I'm going to go home. He says, I'll make sure it's fun for you. I enjoy coming to work every day. And being named Builder of the Year, that was a shocker. I wasn't expecting that at all. And it's an honor. It's definitely an honor to be able to say that. And it's a good thing.
Back in the beginning, I was pretty young age, growing up in Northern California. Had an older brother that was really into hot rods and bikes, and I was probably around 6, 7, 8 years old, and I saw my first Hot Wheels, and man, I was hooked. I was, at that point, I was doing bicycles, building lowrider bikes for the Grand National Roadster shows, about 7, 8 years old. And it was a way for me to get free tickets for my brothers to get into the Grand National Roadster show. So I had to build a new bike every year. And had a lot of fun as a kid going to the Oakland Coliseum where it all began. You know, that's where that whole thing started for me. And then hanging out there at the Grand National Roadster show in Oakland around all the motorcycle guys, and growing up around Arlen Ness and Bob Drone and Ron Sims, and I was hooked. I was hooked on the bikes. That's where it started. Main influences were just anybody that was like going to the Fremont drag strip and watching Jungle Jim Lieberman, the funny car stuff, and all the dragster guys. I was just hooked on that whole scene. Anything to do with drag racing and the custom car culture as a kid, I was just driven by that. It all started with me, you know, going to these car shows as a kid, seeing the detail of these bikes and cars, and just the chroming and all the paint jobs, and you know, back then the interiors with all the velvet and crushed velvet stuff back in the 60s and 70s. So I always had an eye for detail. I could always see things that I really liked. I was always, you know, there was some stuff I really didn't care, but I did care about it because I thought it was the passion about it. But it wasn't my style, but I always had that eye for, I think I always had that eye for detail.
Working at Cambra has been a good experience for me. It's pushed me to do I don't know how to say it, but a better quality job, you know, to bring my stuff to a higher standard than what I'm used to. Even though I try to do the best I can already, to Cambra's specs is a higher level than what I'm normally used to. So now that I'm seeing the level that these cars are going to, it's even bringing my projects to a whole nother level, as you've seen as the last show, where my truck was and where it is now. And not only that, these things are beautiful, and they're show winners, show stoppers, but also we're actually putting families in these cars. So they have to be built top notch. I mean, everything, brakes, alignment, these things go down the road beautifully. They drive beautifully. I mean, if you got a chance to drive one, it's just, you feel like you're in the car, you're part of the car, you're with the car, and it's an experience here, you know. It's taught me a lot. I've learned a lot here already from the guys around, they'll drop what they're doing to come and help you. It's a team. It feels like more like a family here. Everybody gets along with everybody. You know, even Ron says it's one of the best crews he's had in a long time, and you can see it, and not only see it, but you can see it in the builds. You can see the love that's in these cars, that the passion that these guys put into the cars, you know, and it's just really cool. I love it.
So I was always in the gas business. My father worked for a welding supply company, and they had a company up in Oakland. And so my brothers and I, we always kind of worked in that family business, and it was always a natural for me to peddle welding supplies and gases and stuff. So I didn't think I would always be in this business. It was something I loved, but I never thought I'd be smack in the middle of it. And so I decided after about 30 years in the welding business and gas business that, and during the meantime I was building cars and vans and boats and bikes and stuff. I thought, this would be a fun business to get into when I was probably in my late 40s. And so I'm kind of a late bloomer on this whole thing, right?
Okay, the best part of working in the Cambra Speed Shop probably is all the people that work, they're involved in building this nice cars. It's like a family. That's what I think, that's the best job I ever have. Every day is a challenge for you, every time you do something. I mean, it's like I never did this before, but you already did it, but you still thinking, you can do better every day. I mean, it's fun to do this. You gotta like this. If you like this, man, you in heaven.
I like working here. Great group of guys. I'm probably the newer guy here. I've been here a little over 6 months, and I've made new friends. And I don't know, I enjoy it. The cars, they have great cars to work on. They got a lot of work. I've been tearing down cars, helping get a little organized maybe around here. Ron's been a great guy to work for, and he's got the cars I've seen coming out of here are excellent. That's it.
The way it's different today, which probably I've been in business now here in this location about 18 years or so. When I first started, I had one little unit. It was about 1,700 square feet, and a couple of us that were working. And when it started, it was just kind of a passion of mine where I think I might be able to go 10 years from then. And I was still working in the welding industry. And then I decided to come full time about 5 years ago. It's 10 times the size, 10 times the amount of people, and it's just a lot more dry, a lot more having to keep up on it every week and stuff. It's different. I think it's different because I'm smack in the middle of it now, and I really wasn't in the middle of it 19 years ago. It was more just a hobby, and I was kind of having fun with it, and I'd show up, and go to car shows and stuff. Now I have to do it. You have to push now to do it now.
Okay, so I like this. I like in the paint job because I like to see like shiny and straight. That's my passion. I feel very, very good, very satisfaction for me because I like to see the cars straight, nice, shiny, and the trophy for the company. I like that one.
Feels really good working on these cool cars here. Always gives you such a good feeling when you get to see them done, driving down the road. When they come in, they need a lot of love, and we give them that. Ron has a great vision, so it makes them kind of one when they're done.
We have some great projects coming out, especially for 2024. And we're coming out with a few new cars for next year for the Grand National. We have a 51 Merc that we're building that's wild, cool, called Goldfinger. We have a really nice 56 Volkswagen Bug that we just finished the restoration for a customer out of Canada. We have a 70 Nova complete resto mod project that we're building right now that's going to be debuted there. And during the meantime, we've done numerous trucks that we finished throughout the couple of years that we just finished at the Grand National Truck Show, and was honored to get a bunch of awards with those vehicles that we just did.
Well, basically it's a dream because I've always loved cars. My dad built cars when I was younger. I always helped him, but yeah, it's like a dream. It's not even like a job. It's just having fun. To me, as Builder of the Year shop is really cool because, I mean, I hear it's a pretty prestigious award or acknowledgement. It leaves me without words.
I mean, I haven't been working here that long, but I mean, so far I've seen that you guys basically do like a lot of really cool cars and do it almost perfect. So yeah, I love it here. It's really nice to be awarded with Builder of the Year. Like basically getting to learn from the best. Well, at least I feel like so. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I would say when we started with our wheelies back in the day, and we went to SEMA under Paul Stoles and PPG, and that's when we really started getting some recognition about what we were doing and who we are. To create a car of this level today, you got to have it in your head of what you want that car to be. So I would sit down and talk to the owner, the customer, and kind of feel where they're at and where they're coming from and what they're looking for. And if they're interested in building a car of this level, then we got to sit down and get a rendering of it, have it laid out before we really start, because we don't want to do 2 steps forward and 10 steps backwards building a vehicle. Color is one thing. We kind of change the color a little bit, but the stance, the selection of how the wheels are going to sit and where it's going to sit, and what motor we're going to put in it, what kind of induction system we're going to put in it. Interiors can kind of change a little bit, but you kind of want to have it has to flow. A car has to flow. So when you build a car like this, the interior has to flow with the car. Everything, the wheels, the motor, it's got to have kind of a theme. It has to have a theme, kind of a theme. That's why we're doing Goldfinger. This car is Roxanne, and it says Roxanne all over it,
I don't know what I do. What do I do here? I like working here because we're like family here, and we always get to come to work and make jokes and laugh with each other. But in all seriousness, I like helping my dad work in the office, and I help him with all of his administration work. We are very excited to get the Builder of the Year award because I've seen how hard everyone's worked here, and it's an honor to have received it.
I feel I have the best guys out there, from the body shop guys and to the fabricators. It's to me, you don't have to be the best talented dude in the world. You got to have the attitude. You gotta feel like we're all a family together, and we're all kind of together, and we care about each other, and we're not better than each other here. And so I always push that, if we're not, we got to have fun with this, and we got to be able to joke with each other and laugh. If we can't laugh and joke with each other, then we're not going to be a really good, solid group of guys, a team. We're kind of like a club here. I said it before. This is kind of like our own little thing, and so I push. To make sure that we're all together, we do things all together, and we are all as one together.
These cars, it takes a lot of hours, so to me, like, a lot of be patient. That makes cars different and beautiful. Yeah, because one guy can do that so much, so it has to be the teamwork to build nice cars.
I mean, we work with so many good guys over here. It's like a huge family. Every single day, look forward to coming in. Everybody's got a great attitude. Everybody wants to learn, and everybody's just kicking butt at it. It's just a family. We love it. One of my favorite parts of being here is actually working with the customers. Being able to sit down with them and figure out what their dream is and how we can make that happen. A lot of the times, these customers had these cars back when they're in school, and now they're a little bit more well off, and they can afford to build the car that they never could back then. So it's a great feeling. Oh, when we heard about we've been nominated for Build of the Year, I mean, it's like a dream come true. I mean, that's one of the highest honors that we could actually get. I mean, we couldn't be more blessed.
The vision with us in the future is to keep doing what we're doing. I think we're doing a good job at it. Having fun. All the guys make sure they're happy and having a great time here and building some great projects and continue with our great customers that we have.